Now, those were scenes of a violent clash between two rival groups on the streets of Nima yesterday afternoon. The police has since arrested 7 suspects in connection with the incident, leaving many others on the run. One person who sustained gunshot wound is currently on admission, and the police described the incident as a feud between rival youth groups in the community, which escalated. Now, Director General of the Ghana Police Service Public Affairs, ACP Kwesi Ofori, has been providing details. He assures that the service has got the matter under control, and he spoke at a press conference yesterday.
Nima, a suburb of Accra, witnessed gangsterism and mass violence around 3:30 p.m. and the police quickly and immediately intervened by disengaging that violence. The violence was the violence spread across some sections of Nima, and the intervention force have to manage the situation carefully. They managed to stabilize the situation. 7 people have been arrested. 5 are presently here with us, and the other 2 are on admission under police guard. That suggests they are under arrest. Again, we are pursuing the criminals in and around Nima and its environs to make sure that we get them arrested to enable them to face justice. And the gangsterism that I spoke about is led by one Kumoji, alias Ibrahim Hussein, and Bombo, alias Ali Audu. They are rivalry groups that never agreed on issues, and today they went all out on the open street of Nima. We would like the media to know that the police has taken charge of the situation, and we have nipped that violence in the bud. We are in control, and we would like to let the good people of Nima know that the police will be there at all times to protect life and property, and that will not give room for such criminals to disturb the peace and security of Nima. As I said, those arrested will be subjected to thorough investigations, and those found culpable will be prosecuted according to the laws of the land. The police administration also would like to make it clear that it will not sit down unconcerned for such hoodlums, criminals, to take our streets and deploy violence. Again, we also like to say that we've retrieved some important items, clues and evidence on the street, notably some spent ammunitions, some ammunitions, and adapted implement to cause harm and injury. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our exercise to maintain general stability, law and order in the Nima environs continues. And that exercise is ongoing under the headship of the Director General Police Operations and the Accra Regional Commander. So by tomorrow morning, the media again will be updated on issues pertaining to our ops. One victim, also identified as Apia, who was shot during the incident, is currently responding to treatment at the 37 Military Hospital. And police will continue to monitor development closely.
Let's get a sense of the current mood in the community as my colleague Manuel Kranting joins us live from there. Good morning, Manuel. What can you report from Nima?
Also, Mom, in the past couple of hours, I have been here at Nima Ghana. We've seen heavy police deployment. I've counted close to 5 of the police vans, including this riot control vehicle, which has been parked here. Dropped a few officers who have been on the grounds, as it were, stopping and searching people who looked in their term, questionable, trying to pick up a few leads on the ground here. We're being told essentially that this place, which is also a public transport station, was essentially dead yesterday when the incident happened. And in fact, that situation was same for more than 12 hours up until sometime this morning when we arrived here, that we've seen that the vehicles have started now, arriving and attempting to pick some of the passengers of this particular spot to other areas. Indeed, a lot of the residents here are visibly spooked. I'm told some of the vendors who would sell the breakfast that you have in your shops currently, house cocoa and all of those, actually did not come to work today for fear of reprisals. And all of these are telling of the impact of the clashes that we saw yesterday. I'm going to talk to one of the eyewitnesses here who, in fact, tells me off camera that escaped death by the skin of his teeth. Indeed, he tells me that there were some gunshots which were flying right in his face. And so let me speak to you. Good morning. You're live on the Joy News channel. What's your name?
My name is Haruna.
Haruna?
Yes.
Okay, Haruna, tell me, what happened yesterday here?
Oh, yesterday I was in my shop, then I hear a gunshot, but I don't know where the gunshot from. After I realized, I raised my head up, I see the gunshot in my single shop.
You saw the gunshot in your ceiling?
But I don't know who, but the gunshot is from the top there. The top there, Mamobi top. Then I hear the gunshot.
That's from this side?
From there into my shop straight. I do not wake up. Once I saw that thing, then I wake up and do what? And close my shop and run out.
You ran out?
I ran out.
Where did you run through? Because this, you say it was coming from here.
And it's from the top there. I'm scared because you can.
Now look into the camera. You said you were scared.
Yeah, that's why I run. I ran away. I don't want to stay.
Can you show me the gunshot marks on your shop? Yeah. Where's the shop? Okay, well, I think we can walk to his shop just briefly and just catch a glimpse of exactly what he's telling us. He says that there were gunshots which were fired right through his face, and it went all the way into his shop. So this is your shop?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to show me now what happened. Okay, so where's the mark? Okay, so that's the mark there.
That's the mark here. Okay. From here. Came back to here. Okay. Come back to next top. Then he went out.
So I can count 4 different holes right through the ceiling, and all are perpendicular like that, all through the space in the roof there.
Yeah. So number 1 is this. 2 is this. Came back from here to here.
Okay, so he's just now showing me, and in fact there are more holes which are just emerging right from the roof there. And so Haruna, this is your shop. And so how did you escape?
Because I opened the bag there. There is some wood I covered there. I opened the bag and passed there. I can't pass the door and get out.
So today you've not opened the shop?
No, because I'm scared. Maybe something must happen today too. I don't know.
So that's Haruna. He's one of the eyewitnesses here. In fact, explains to me that he escaped, injury by the skin of his teeth. In fact, as we've been here, we've just caught up with security analyst Adib Sani, who's been on the ground also monitoring the situation. Adib, grateful that you could speak to us here on Joy News. I mean, you have been studying the terrain for quite a while. I mean, what immediately comes to your mind as the closest cause of this clash?
Well, I think it has something to do with petty disagreements, but I am currently unable to tell what specifically, whether it is political, whether it has anything to do with drugs, or perhaps theft wars over what we cannot tell. I have taken the trouble to speak with some few people on the ground, but it seems everybody is caught by surprise. I mean, nobody seems to know what is going on.
And I was just going to ask that, could we have seen this coming?
Absolutely, because usually before something like this happens, it might have simmered for some time now. Unfortunately, the security services might have their attention tilted elsewhere. But if there was proper intelligence on the ground, we could have, as a matter of fact, seen it coming before it blew up in our face. But currently, it looks like people don't really want to talk. And it's very inconsistent with what I know about Zongos. I mean, you touch one person in Zongo, you touch all of Zongo. There is that unity, that fraternity within the Zongo community, and it's quite surprising that we have, you know, gangs fighting, I don't know over what, within the Zongo area. So I'm quite surprised and taken aback.
But you've seen the security deployment here. You don't think that is coming in a bit too late, as you're saying, if there was, you know, effective, you know, intelligence, we might have seen this coming. But now we're seeing the deployment on the ground. This also works well, no?
Well, it's just an interim initial measure, but of course this doesn't solve anything. And I'm particularly excited that the police has shown interest in what is happening. Yesterday I followed the news conference, and the, you know, assurances by the police, I feel, is quite satisfying. The boots on the ground we're seeing is also sending a clear message to the people within the area that, hey, we are still in charge and we're not going to allow this to happen. But I'm hoping that going forward, we make a conscious attempt to get all of those involved and make sure they are held into account, okay, or accountable, I should put it. So we are able to nip in the bud that cycle of impunity that is making people feel that once you are in the Zongo, you are beyond reproach and nobody can hold you to account. Secondly, we have to collaborate progressively with the various stakeholders on the ground, particularly through the Chief Imam's office. And of course, personalities such as Papa Angola, who garner a lot of respect and recognition within the Zongo community, so that the next time, if there's anything like that going to happen, we would have people willingly giving out information so we are able to prevent it. And on the other hand, if in case it happens, they would make sure the police gets those responsible.
I'm grateful. Adib Sani is a security analyst. I'm just speaking to me and reacting, you know, directly to the incident that we saw in Nima on Tuesday afternoon. He's been essentially talking about that, you know, attitude of withholding information. He's saying that it may impede the progress of investigations. However, he's asking the police to involve notable, you know, personalities within the Zongo communities to ensure that this is nipped in the bud. So, Maps, boots on ground, increased police visibility to essentially prevent a reprisal. That's the current situation here at Nima, where we saw that clash between two feuding youth groups. Maps?
Thank you very much. That's my colleague Manal Kranting, and he's live on the ground at Nima where those clashes took place, and we'll be going to him in our other bulletins for further updates.